Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Weather Extra Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, and that's just what I had tonight. Had fajitas. I guess it wasn't technically tacos, but my wife told me we were out of tortilla flats, so it ended up being nacho night. So, hey, got to make lemonade out of lemons, right? But it turned out pretty good. I've learned. Here's one thing I've learned. My son. So we've been trying not to eat chips. I know this is about weather, but we'll get to weather. It's a pretty slow weather night. But he doesn't quite know how to open up. He's 21 years old and doesn't quite know how to open up the bag of tortillas correctly, and he put them away, and they were all stale. So here's a tip. If you ever have stale tortilla chips, if you put them in the air fryer for about 2 minutes, they're perfect. They're just like you're at the restaurant. So again, that's tonight's free tip. But you are going to have to stick around for a minute commercial break before we talk more about the 4th of July forecast. So let's get in to talk about what's going on right now. We've got a few showers out there. That's about it. These actually started developing a little bit farther south, like the models initiated and decided they would. They basically said after 7 o'clock we'll see a little bit more activity down here to the south. And that's what we've had. We have not had any severe weather. We had a severe thunderstorm warning earlier today, but nothing, I really didn't see anything severe with that in the first place. But I guess they wanted to get one last warning in before the break in this nice weather. Athens looking good. We may see a touch of fog tonight. The winds are going to be very light, but the other thing that kind of counterbalances that is the fact that we do have lower humidity on the way. So the next few evenings, tomorrow evening, Thursday evening, perfect weather to be outside. But I will tell you the mosquitoes are going to be out there with you, so make sure you got that bug spray. And you're going to need it for the 4th of July holiday anyway. You're going to spend a little bit more time outside. But right now, 78 degrees. For 4th of July, by the evening, we're probably going to be in the low to mid-70s. We're going to talk a lot more about that. We're going to go hour by hour through your Friday forecast for the 4th of July, not only for North Alabama, but all the way down to the Gulf Coast coming up in just a few minutes. Yeah, boating weather is going to be amazing. Now, the wind will be gusting out of the north at most 15 miles an hour tomorrow, but that's about it. We're really going to see some nice weather setting up. Area temperature still hanging on to 80 in the Huntsville metro area. You can see the shower activity around here, but also down to the south, but not very organized. We will likely see a few more showers and thunderstorms along the Gulf Coast tomorrow as this front that's moving through here tonight moves down to the south. So we'll be talking about that. Here's your hour-by-hour forecast for the next 24 hours. As you see, clouds, a few showers, still mainly south as we go to the overnight. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, temperatures in the low 70s, upper 60s. What's the difference is going to be the wind out of the north at 5, maybe gusting to 10, but the humidity much lower. It's going to be very, very comfortable out there the next few mornings, the next few evenings. You bet, Jensen. And then as we go towards 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, it's going to be right back where we were today, about 85, 87, but the humidity is going to be lower, so it's going to feel like 85. So it's going to feel like the actual number says. And when you're really going to notice this, by the way, it'll be tomorrow evening. We're going to get to that here in a second, but tomorrow afternoon, we'll reach highs close to 90. And then as we go just past sunset tomorrow evening, check this out. We're already in the low 80s and upper 70s. So right at 8 o'clock, we're going to be where we are tonight here at 9:30, and it's going to be, the humidity is going to be much lower out there. So overall, light winds, some patchy fog possible Wednesday night into Thursday morning. That's just because of the calm wind, the clear sky, and the fact that we haven't had any significant rain. At least we've had so much rain, I do want to say, in the past few days. We've had about 5 to 9 inches of rain. This is the time of year where you can't really get one true spot, and that's the problem I have with statistics. And as far as, we rely on Muscle Shoals, Decatur, and Huntsville for the reporting stations. So if it doesn't rain there, if you look back historically, you're like, well, it must not have rained that day. But that's not always the case. You get these isolated thunderstorms, and there's no way to really incorporate what's going on as far as the climate goes in some of these situations. One of the best things to go back and look at is actual radar estimates when we do that. So again, you can't take one specific point. Here's your 3-day forecast: 89 tomorrow, 90 Thursday, and then 93 for the 4th of July. Morning lows in the 60s. It's going to be really nice. In fact, some areas may dip down into the low 60s tomorrow night, and then again early Friday morning, that is. So here's your 4th of July forecast. I'm going to break this down for you a little bit more. We're going to go hour by hour from the Tennessee Valley all the way to the Gulf Coast coming up after the break. But for the fireworks displays, when it gets dark, temperatures anywhere from, say, 73 to about 79 degrees. Quick 1-minute commercial break, and then we'll be right back. And again, we're going to go hour by hour through that 4th of July from here to the Gulf Coast. All right, everybody, welcome back. Here's that chance of rain, 0. I probably by Friday it won't be absolutely 0, but it's going to be less than 20%. So we're really not going to include it right now. Things are looking good. We get to Sunday, we get to these isolated showers and storms. So here's hour by hour for the 4th of July coming up this Friday. We start off, if you're going to be traveling Friday morning, even if you're traveling Thursday night, I don't think you're going to run into any issues from here up to the Smoky Mountains or from here down to the Gulf Coast. Notice most of the day, this is 12:30, we are absent rain across much of the southeast. And I really want to bring this up because there's been a lot of hype on social media from some of these meteorologists talking about, watching the Gulf for the low. And everybody wants to guess the first Gulf low of the season and the first tropical storm kind of stuff. But really, the challenge is you've got people canceling plans based on someone saying it's going to rain all weekend on the Gulf Coast, and that really doesn't fare well for the Gulf Coast economy, so to speak, and it doesn't fare well for people wanting to take a vacation because it makes us meteorologists look like we're wrong all the time, right? And you guys have heard that for a while. I know I have. But as we go later into the afternoon, what I want to stress is don't cancel plans until you get closer to the event. We get the high-res models here, and it's showing just a few isolated showers and storms, one right over Orange Beach there, around 3:30 in the afternoon Friday. This is very typical of this time of year. Notice the east to west movement of these showers and storms from Birmingham down to Montgomery and in around Evergreen and places down to the south. And we'll continue to watch this move to the east, but around here, it just gets hot. That's 7 o'clock in the evening. We're still in the 80s. So overall, we do expect a quiet 4th of July and a quiet 4th of July weekend overall. And we're finally getting to where we usually expect to see this kind of weather this time of year. But I will tell you, we do need rain about every 4 days this time of year in order to keep that groundwater and the soil moisture going so we don't fall into drought. And I say that because it's really weird how quick we can go from all this rain to just no rain at all. I've seen it happen a lot, and hopefully it won't happen this summer. But again, we're expecting some hot weather, nothing out of the ordinary. We're expecting no record highs, no record lows. But overall, high temperatures in the 90s. Make sure you're taking those precautions. And if you're going to be out on the boat, make sure you got your life jackets out there and be weather alert and stay safe out there. I'm going to have another update coming up at 9:30 tomorrow on our next 48 Weather Extra. Coming up tonight at 10, we'll go through some of the same stuff we just talked about. I appreciate you guys tuning in. You have a great night, and hey, it's almost the weekend. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Short work week for some of you.